This is the point god. It can do it all. You want to dunk all over people? You can do that. You want to hit contested threes from limitless range? You can do that too. You want to play some lockdown defense? You can even do that. Plus, you can finish in the paint with some crazy layups on this build. And if you're like me and love those midi fades, you can consistently green those as well. Plus, you're a point guard, so you want to make sure you can throw those dimes. For this build, we'll be 6'3", 184 pounds with a 6'3" wingspan. And then starting with the physicals, we are going to have an 86 speed on this build. Now, the first 10 cap breakers I use on this build are going to be on 3-point shot and on ball handle, but all the other cap breakers you get after that, you could throw on speed, or you could do speed with ball, which you'll see why in a second here. But we will have a 99 3 ball on this build, which means we need an 82 agility to make sure that we unlock shifty shooter on legend. And then we're going to be maxing our strength out at a 67, which is the requirement to get strong handle on silver, and it's also the requirement to get physical finisher on silver. For the vertical, we're going to put this up to a 78 to make sure we get contact dunks off of 1. And now that we got the physicals out of the way, let's get into the fun stuff. So for the finishing, I put an 87 driving layup on this build, which is going to get us silver physical finisher. You're also going to get silver float game, and you're going to get silver layup mix master. Now, I know an 87 driving layup is not a threshold for any of the badges here. The reason I went with an 87 driving layup is so I could get the Devin Booker layup package, which is my favorite layup package in the game. You can hit some absolutely insane layups with this package. I've been getting contact layups to go in with this package on. But if you don't care about the Devin Booker layup package, you can lower your driving layup down to an 80, so you still get physical finisher on silver, and you'll have more attributes to put somewhere else on the build if that's what you'd prefer. But this build is an absolute menace when you're driving to the basket, because not only will you have the 87 driving layup, you're also going to have a 90 driving dunk. Now, with a 90 driving dunk, you will get contact dunks. You'll have silver posterizer. So for your tier 1+1 badges, it's hard for me to choose where I want to put it. Sometimes I either put it on posterizer to get that to gold, or sometimes I'll put it on physical finisher to get that to gold. It kind of depends on the mood I'm in. But no matter where you put it, you're going to be an elite finisher at the rim. But we're also going to have a 45 standing dunk to make sure we get some of the standing dunk packages. Now, like I said, you're going to get a 99 3 ball on this build. So obviously, we don't want to go up to a 99 3 ball. We're going to go to a 94, and then we're going to use 5 cap breakers here to get it up to a 99. And you're going to get all of the legend shooting badges on this build. You're going to be absolutely unguardable on offense with the elite shooting, the finishing, and you're going to have great handles as well, which you'll see. But we also do want to make sure we bump our mid-range shot here up to an 85, because apparently that gives you a pure green window in the mid-range, which that pure green window combined with shifty shooter on legend means you're going to be absolutely unstoppable. Now, you're going to be playing point guard on this build, which means you want to have good pass accuracy. Now, I've found that 78 pass accuracy is a great sweet spot because it unlocks versatile visionary, and you still do get dimer on silver. And since dimer is a tier 2 badge, you can +1 this to get it up to gold. And at a 78 pass accuracy, you still get the Ja Morant pass style, which is one of the best pass styles in the game. So you will be able to throw some dots even with the 78 pass accuracy. But obviously, if you're playing point guard, you want to be an elite ball handler so you can create some plays. So we have an 87 ball handle, and then we're using 5 cap breakers here to get it up to a 92. And if you don't know, a 92 ball handle is the requirement to get all of the best dribble animations in the game. The only one you're not going to get is the Steve Francis, which you do unlock at a 95. But we do want to make sure we get some speed with ball as well, which is why we're going to have an 86 speed with ball, which is the requirement to get lightning launch on gold. Now, it is possible to get a 91 speed with ball on this build, which is the requirement for Hall of Fame lightning launch. So if you are veteran 2, you could throw 5 cap breakers here to get it up to a 91. But if you're not veteran 2, an 86 is going to be serviceable. Now, you are going to be a great defender on this build as well. This is the most all-around build I have made this year. It has an 85 perimeter defense, which is enough to get you all the silver defensive badges. But But not only that, you're also going to have a 91 steal, which is going to get you gold glove and gold interceptor, which the combination of the 85 perimeter defense and the 91 steal makes it so you can be a nuisance on defense. You'll be able to guard the ball. But the last attribute points we're going to throw in block here, which gets it up to a 43. And then the last point goes into free throw to get it up to a 70. And then this is the full end game point guard build. Now, like I said, for the badge plus ones on this build, I like to use the tier 1 on either physical finisher or posterizer to get them up to gold. And then for tier 2, I like to throw it on dimer to get that up to gold to help out my teammates. And then the takeover I like to use on this build is satellite because it gives you a boost to your mid-range and speed, but the main reason I use it is for that takeover ability, deep bomber, which extends your shooting ability well beyond the 3-point line, and that combined with legend limitless range allows you to hit some crazy deep shots. Now, if you are throwing your badge plus 1 on posterizer to get that up to gold, another good option would be to use the slice takeover, which gives you a boost to your driving dunk, speed, and agility. So you'll have a 97 driving dunk when you have your takeover, and you get that poster machine takeover. So you could just be dunking all over people if that's the route you want to go. And then these are all the animations I'm using on this build. If you want to pause the video and copy them down, go for it. And then for the jump shot, I'm using Kyrie Irving for the base, Oscar Robertson release 1, and then Baluba release 2, and then this is the blending I'm using here. We are in July, so it's getting hard for me to want to keep spending money and making new builds on this game, so I only have a couple more coming. So if you want to see them, make sure to click that subscribe button. But I'm getting really excited for 2K26, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Use the web. Peace.